That's when death arrived.
Yeah, that's not funny. I normally get killed by you.
It was pretty close until, Tibbs came in with those nuzzles.
It wasn't even nuzzles. He just did high level magic. He's like, you're over there. I'm gonna stay over here. Now let's see. I have +5. The weapon gives me a +7. I did +3 from my ability. And -3. So. My attacks are. Okay. At least it doesn't affect my damage, so it's 36 plus 1d12 plus 7.
Yeah, the -2 to life doesn't affect your damage, doesn't it?
It's still -3. It hasn't been 2 days yet since
it's -3. My bad.
Why do you think I complained so much about it? If it was only a -2, I'd be better with it.
I assumed you were complaining because it was a penalty at all.
No, well, penalties don't bother me. It's massive penalties that will literally negate my ability to even make a save is when it gets annoying. That's what it is currently.
You're a monk. You can make the save.
I can't.
You're proficient in all saves. You can make the save.
So it would be 36 plus 1d12 plus 7 would be my attacks that are strength based. Because I had used Sharpen the Blade at +3. My damage would still be pretty high though, because it's not affecting damage. So that would be 1d8 plus 10? Yeah. I'm just going to ignore the fact that I had cold damage, because I did that, and he's immune to cold damage. That's just going to be ignored. It's still technically there. 8 plus 10. Yes, I am taking the time to pre-code everything before we go forward with Tibbs' turn.
I applaud that, because that just means you can do what I do of hitting up.
Exactly. I'm letting Roll20 decide my fate today.
Okay, that I don't do. I'm sitting here rolling dice, but all the code is still there.
Oh no! I was going to let Roll20 just take the wheel.
That is your decision. I have no say in that. Sometimes it's a good idea. Sometimes it's not.
We'll see how this round and the next round goes. Whether or not I'm still alive or not, we'll determine whether or not I'll continue this session with it. Because normally what I'll do is I'll just roll the 3d6 and let Roll20 do the rest of it.
Well, yeah, because Roll20 has to do the proficiency die.
But I mean, including the damage part.
Yeah, I have Roll20 roll my damage because again that speeds things along. I rolled the 3d6 that way I can have my stunts picked by the time it's my turn. But
yeah, I should probably do that. But
yeah, because that really speeds things along. It's like, yeah, I already have my stunts picked; they're already factored in.
I'm not. No, I am under haste. So I have my 2 attacks plus my 3 attack and haste.
Why can I find a map for a Federation runabout, but not a hotel?
Why are you trying to find a hotel?
Because Sierra has a hotel in Agnostic, so David asked me to help him find a hotel map.
Because you're like the god of finding good pictures.
Well, and I can sit here doing that while he's running the game. So it's like, while I'm waiting for my turn, after I've gotten everything coded in, I can be sitting here scrolling through maps.
Yeah, it's like I was delegating because I've been doing so much agnostic stuff. Yeah.
As most of the city maps you'll probably see in the game are ones I have found while waiting for my turn.
That being said, is everyone ready?
That does make the city look a little bit more cyberpunk than I was expecting, but that's not necessarily a bad thing.
Yes! Give me my laser guns!
Oh, hey, for me anyway, gargoyles is a bit of an inspiration, so...
Well, yeah, I'm not saying it's a bad thing. I just, people might have been expecting, like, more modern maps. It's like, they're modern-esque, but there's definitely that neon city aesthetic.
Yeah, I'm gonna try to have it be, it depends on what section you're in.
And that's fine.
I'm okay with this. I'll have my cyberpunk neon city
Yeah,
be the high-end side of things of Serenity.
I say it's comic booky. It looks cool. Gives the city a bit of an identity.
The Twin Cities. But so many flurry point. I get 5 attacks.
And Ryan has initiative, so you have to wait for him to finish loading whatever he's loading.
Okay.
It's 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5.
I also have a bunch of garages, so...
So, I have a challenge for you, just because David had to ask for if we have a map for my house.
I think he already found you one.
I already found you one.
So we have the hideout.
Yeah,
The reason why I said there needs to be a challenge is because if I can't have my hideout under my house
Why can't you?
unless it's a higher end home where it's like by itself.
Yeah, he's got
manor.
you. He's got you covered already.
Yeah,
But I don't have the wealth of the ways.
Well, because you bought the hideout with points, it's assumed that you've acquired it.
Yeah, I'd say your wealth stat doesn't necessarily reflect where you live. Because, like, your wealth stat doesn't reflect the fact that maybe you took a mortgage.
Yeah. That being said, for your house, I pulled out one of the quote unquote house maps that I had in my safe house folder.
Yeah, it's like
Because that seemed to be along your lines.
Yeah, because what the wealth stat does is represent what you have readily available.
Oh, readily available. Okay, that's fair. But,
So you could be, like, as well, in backstory, as rich as Bruce Wayne, but only have 4D in the stat, meaning that's what's actually available on hand to buy stuff.
Yeah, everything else is tied up in things.
But, okay, that's fair. But, yeah, I really wanted to just post a video. This is my house. Of the scene where they go for Zeno's house, and it's like, and here's some guns, here's some knives, here's some grenades.
Yeah.
Waiting on Brian to load.
Yeah, because basically what how it's set up is, well, I don't really have a map for it. You technically have a basement as well, but I assume that your hideout is like a sub-basement or some shit.
Hideout is a sub-basement 2 to 3 bedroom apartment that you can only get to if you know how to do secret things.
But yeah, it's like one of the things I was doing was was getting house maps for like everyone, except for Tracy Bradley's own.
Yeah.
And even then, it's definitely not his.
Yeah, it's my odds. I just live here.
You're the only one with like an actual normal house, though.
Well, it's an apartment.
Jason, Eric's character, has
Matt's character? We're talking to Eric.
Sorry, Matt's character. Sorry.
I'll say, all the names get confused.
Yeah. No, my brain is doing like 3 different things at the moment.
Well, that's fine. It's not hilarious. It's like, I could see confusing Jason and Justin, but...
Apologies.
I've got like 47 cruise ships. Can't find a fucking hotel.
But
David, are you sure you're good for today?
I am sure I am good for today.
You sure that the ice cream wasn't laced with anything?
Maybe a little LSD.
Demonetized.
I could be talking about LASIK, lateral scientific, carbohydrates. Or, diphenamines.
Okay, well, there's a bridge. Because we have a spider person, I need a bridge going over waters in case David decides to throw somebody off it.
There's plenty of bridges.
Oh,
Because there's a freaking river going.
I'd say you have multiple rivers, yeah. So
Yeah.
well, now I have something that looks suspiciously like the George Washington Bridge, from which we can throw people off.
Really?
Just don't roll 1 to 6 when you try to web save someone.
Hey, I don't have to be, I've read comic books, but I don't have to be a physics major to know if you grab the person and then fire the web line, now the neck doesn't snap as opposed to hitting them in the back with the web and then pulling really hard when they're falling. I get it. It was dramatic. It was cool. It was very meaningful for the character, but it's like, dude, you're a physics major. I know you're panicking, but you're a physics major. You have established you are doing advanced trigonometry in your head every time you fire a web line. This didn't occur to you?
And physics equations.
Yeah. It's like, you knew enough math not to pull your arm out of the socket when swinging around a building at 90 miles an hour, but it didn't occur to you might break the poor girl's neck?
Hey, now. I can't even make the argument. Never mind.
I mean, aside from that, it's a very well-written story. I will forgive the plot hole because it's a well-written story. And again, he was panicking and, tired and stuff. Like, I'll forgive it, but it is kind of silly.
No, it's very simple. He was panicking. He wasn't prepared for something like this. And no, I still can't do it. I was going to make a crude joke about it, but no, I can't. I can't do that. The Spider-Man.
Yeah. You loaded up yet, Brian?
I think he's dealing with the dog.
Or
There's a little clock tower map. We might have use for that.
Well, you want to go have me go be Batman, go stand in the corner of it?
Well,
Ruining-
maybe somebody else, maybe a villain will use as a lair. It's a cool-looking location. I don't have to justify it. The GM has to justify it.
Oh, he's still typing out his stuff.
Yeah,
That
okay.
way he's ready.
That's
By the way, you're currently muted if you've been trying to talk this whole time, just to let you know, Brian.
I just figured he was muted because he was still dealing with shit.
Yeah, I kind of think
I
that
can
might
find
have
a
been the case
map
as well,
of a pit with stairs going down into the Underdark, but I can't find a hotel that's, not like a roadside Super 8.
you find a pit to the Underdark, but not a basic hotel.
Well, again, I can find basic hotel, basic motel. Again, like shit on the side of the road.
But that's not a basic hotel.
Yeah.
She wants a basic hotel.
I can do this later. I'll need to wait till the end of the year or something anyway. Okay, firing down. The dragon.
Got a lot of parking lot maps. I get the feeling Cyberpunk really thinks a lot of the game happens in parking lots.
It tends to be major corp offices, parking lots, or alleys. Take your pick.
I'm not saying they're wrong. I just find it funny what's actually being posted online versus what I need.
Okay. Bargain Vaults the Occult. Here's the boom. The bang of fire of the things I'm clicking. No, I want to click Tibbs. I want to fucking click Tibbs.
No.
You are not allowed!
There we go. I'll move him over onto the Windows ledge. Oh my god. Oh, because I am... Yeah, there we go. And he shifts a wing up in a shielding fashion. First shot deflects off the heart, scaly membrane of the wing. A second shot. Well, it deflects off into Argynvost. The third shot harmlessly deflects off the shielding wing. Okay. Oops. Ugh.
No way. I did a mistake that's going to annoy me to no end. Damn it.
Your weapon has to run out of ammo at some point. Kenshi, keep in mind you are at the 90-foot top of the. Yeah. Let me put some gospel music and change my volume.
Let's see where they go.
I have sad news. I think I might have accidentally tossed my dice.
How do you accidentally throw your dice?
Damn!
Oh, that's because I was just cleaning everything, and I tossed them somewhere I don't know where they're at.
So he runs, he dives over Tibbs, out the window, falling headfirst towards the dragon, doing his Iaido on the way down before blowing a gravity dice to invert himself and land safely behind it.
Okay.
Setting up a nice flank with Kriv.
Because I can remember he's also climbed up on the tower a bit, but yeah.
Well, I mean, I can stick to the tower.
By the way,
Do you negate all the full damage?
By spending the gravity dice, I did.
Okay.
And
like
I
to
see
mention
we are
something.
buffed. I'm trying to remember what the buffs are. I think
Bless.
we had a bless.
we had a bless from the guy, yeah.
Okay.
But,
Set point
I want to mention this before it's forgotten because it's important.
Yeah.
Tibbs did spend a set point to try to knock him prone.
Yes.
Yeah. If I remember correctly, there is no save, he's just not
Versus the stunt, yeah, he just falls over.
Okay.
Unless he's immune.
Actually, let me double check. See if
He can fall back down from the tower that I'm standing on.
Okay.
If he's not immune, yeah.
He does fall away and land on his back, kicking up dust and smoke.
Yay, I can jump on him again. Apparently it's lethal.
And I will hit enter whenever you finish resolving whatever
Okay.
extra stuff needs to be resolved. Okay. So
Now, does your roll encompass the fact that he's prone now?
I was rolling an advantage anyway because the idea was setting up the flank with Kriv.
Gotcha.
Either whether I don't know if I have to stick to the tower to do that or whether I have to land on the
Well,
side.
now you can land
Okay.
because he fell off the tower.
Yeah, because the whole idea was setting up the flank with Kriv.
Yeah.
That's what it was. I did the healing because I forgot about power word hey.
Yeah.
That's right, you did the power word. Hey!
Because apparently power word heal is the best healing spell that clerics never get.
That's right.
I take it that last attack's a claw hit.
Yeah, the final attack is my kung claw.
Your claw will deflect off the skill.
It usually does.
Sometimes it doesn't, and sometimes that's been a saving grace.
Like I said, usually.
Yeah.
Okay, in which case, since my stunt points were on the claw attack, ignore the 31 and ignore the third attack.
So then
The 31 and the 13 damage.
the 11 plus 2.
Yeah, ignore that.
Okay. So I'm dealing with the
31, the first 31 and the 29. Since you said the claws did not penetrate.
well, the 31 hit, the 23 didn't.
That's right. The third attack, the 31, that was a lightning attack from the claw.
Okay.
I just put it ahead because it was the sword damage, because I was using the sword again, and it was the sword damage.
So, okay, I just need to focus on those two.
Like I say, the first two attacks are the only ones that matter, since apparently the claws did not hit.
Yep.
Or rather, they hit, but they didn't do anything.
No. What form of magic was that?
Which part?
Yeah. Your blade cuts so easily.
Oh, that's just skill.
Dragon Slayer.
Part-time. You cut fast enough, even scales can be penetrated.
Riv.
I don't want to. Just because you're sounding cool, I'm not going to do anything to countermand that. Given that dragons don't really exist.
Well, I mean, that's literally the entire principle of EI Jutsu, is you cut fast enough, and whether it's
That's
accurate or not, that's what they believe.
On my turn. There you go. Oh my god.
Bring up Vampire the Masquerade maps now? The fuck?
Yeah, so those are gonna be cool.
I got a crit for roll 20!
Holy shit!
Also, just because it matters, I'm using my once per turn attack where I could add my martial die to the damage to that critical.
Okay. Yeah, give me that first thing. I believe it's magical, thanks to your gauntlets.
Yes, everything is magical because I'm a monk. But,
That's why.
since I have 6 stunt points, and I can't...
Lightning attack!
It doesn't count. I have to make a new attack. Let's see. I assume I can't take Mighty Blow 3 times.
No, you can only take each stunt once unless it says otherwise.
Yeah. You could combine,
Yeah.
like, Mighty and Lethal, though.
Well, you can't because it's literally 5 stunt points for lethal. And Mighty is 2. You only get 6.
So, what was I thinking? Did you change the pun cost on you?
No?
Oh, I just can't
Well-
math.
Yeah, you just get mad.
You just can't math today. Oh, I'll spend 5 of them to, now that I have to jump down towards him.
Also means my defensive stance too. So,
Oh, I'm technically flanking him. And
yes,
he's
I gave you
anyways.
flanking. That was the point, was I gave you flanking.
The only one that doesn't hit is that 26, right? Just make life simple. But silence.
No, just go.
He was asking if the only thing that didn't hit was the 26.
All of those hit.
Okay, then I'm not going to take the time to roll them better. So the critical's damage becomes 15 plus. So that would have made that apply to that hit, so that would be 3d8 plus take a blow for an extra 2d6, which becomes 4d6. So here's the damage for the critical hit.
Good, good.
Much higher. And I don't get stun points for. Oh, never mind. I get stun points for the 31, which becomes more damage. it could take 10 more damage. And I, obviously, to do this, would have to relinquish my high ground that I took. Since he fell back down. And I would have done it in a way as to, you know, I would have just done like a flying attack.
Okay, but the first... Sorry, go on.
And that was it.
But the first impact of your mighty dropping kick, you will hear a crack as you think you have damaged perhaps a rib or whatever bones comprise the torso of a dragon. As Artemis goes, as there is a little bit of like draconic blood from that massive hit, and you just come down raining in your other hits, which, while they clearly cause damage, you don't hear the same kind of cracking sensation as was from that first hit.
I have a question.
Yeah.
And this is just a matter of, I probably know the answer is no. Because we technically know he died. Are we actually fighting him? Or a construct?
It seems to be like a corruptive spirit that's taken on his form or something.
So that's the reason why I'm asking, because, you know, Titans to goblins let me do more damage to objects.
He's not an object.
Damn it.
Even constructs aren't objects. They're creatures.
Yeah, that's a 5th thing versus a 3/5 thing.
No, even in 3/5, the construct is a creature type, not a...
Well, yeah, but constructs aren't considered creatures in the same way.
They're both, technically.
Oh yeah, but for instance, you have things that all affect constructs are not creatures in 3/5 versus 5e, where it's all just creature.
Yeah.
So...
Anyway,
is there anything else
all I can do?
Okay, cool.
No, I'm just going to take my slow burn to get back my limit break. Question is, who does he want to go after?
Arguably, you can go after both.
Sure, you could reasonably go after both of us.
After your turn, he is going to flap his wings on his back, causing a disruptive air current around you. Can I get a dexterity saving throw from Kriv?
Dex save. Okay. Dex is going to be... Yeah, we're in effective Bless. Bless also applies to saves, doesn't it?
Yeah, save attacks and saves.
Cool.
Okay. You'll take 16 bludgeoning as the wind picks you up off your feet and the wings batter you some.
Did I fail the save or did I succeed the save?
That's 25 dex said you failed the save.
Oh, shit.
I still only take half.
Okay.
Evasion.
Feel free to have that damage.
I will take the 12 damage, thank you.
You are going to, according to this, fall prone but not take any fall damage given the situation. as you are falling, and he's flapping his wings with enough strength that he will drag himself back and upwards. Once he, shifts to right himself, can make a move of that. And it'll be flying, say 10 feet. Now this does not make him immune to op attacks according to this. So
Yes, thank you.
Well, I already used my reaction to not break my legs, so.
there, unless you're moving prone, it says you go prone. Okay.
Doesn't prevent me from attacking him.
Okay. Oh wait, you have
Sentinel.
Sentinel.
Yeah.
Okay.
Assuming
I
he
still
hits.
have a reaction to invoke it.
Feel free to attempt your Sentinel.
It's just still take an opportunity attack, thank you.
Right, that's what. Well, you can take an
Instead of just Sentinel.
Yeah, so yeah, you can take an opportunity attack, yeah. So if you hit him, Sentinel applies, and.
That's going to be a 27 to start with. This is going to be fun. So that is...
Well, in terms of the bless, I believe you were outside of the 30-foot range.
No, I was blessed before anything happened to me.
Okay.
Yeah, because the guy did the bless the same time I did the heal, and he was up top when I did the heal, and then he ran out.
Okay.
Yeah.
Cool. Just making
Now, what I don't know is if he has to stay in that radius or not.
Not according to the spell.
Okay.
17 plus 1d12 plus 7 plus 1d4 opportunity attack. The damage is going to be this. And I did roll a 6 for the number of sub points I have. So he is going to take an extra... Yeah, no, I'm just going to knock him prone again.
No!
So what is that? That's 2 points? I can't technically disarm him of natural weapons. So... That's 2 points. Can I technically use lightning attack?
Not,
Because it says you make an additional attack against the same enemy.
I wouldn't see why that wouldn't count with an op attack since it's still an attack.
I just wanted to double check.
might revise that at a future date, but, you know.
Since y'all aren't saying no, I'll say I'll do it.
I'd say David gave you the okay, so.
And that is a 15 for my d6 this time.
That's what I said. It's like, I might revise that at a future date, but yeah, for now, David gave you the okay, so.
And I'll do a lightning attack to hit him again while keeping him prone. This has become a knockdown, drag-out fight. That's all I can say. It has become a wrestling match.
Okay. Now in his turn proper, you just have his move to roll around to get up on his feet.
That'll do.
Part of his body is like up on the structure over there. He's, big and huge. Let me see. Of course, roll 20.
That kid's trying to attack one of us.
Kenshi, a claw goes out towards you.
I have no reaction, so if you beat my AC, he hits.
Okay.
Oh, wait, no, I got my after images still, so he might miss.
What's your AC?
Oh, your mirrors.
Yeah, so I call them after images, but it's using the mirror image spell. But my AC is 24.
Oh, it
rolls
hits.
24.
It just matters if it gets the mirror or not.
Control A, Control X, / roll 1d20. No! It slices and Kenshi like jumps back as like the clone gets slashed and he just kind of lands.
Okay.
Kind of cocks the weird masked head at it.
Okay, Crib, there's a claw attack towards you. It looks like it just misses.
Yes, it does.
Okay. Kenshi, it goes to bite you. And that 29 looks like it'll certainly potentially hit.
I believe that's another mirror image. 3D plus 6 or higher, 2 duplicates 8 or higher. So yes, that's another duplicate as I roll to the side and lose another speed clone.
So you've become a gravity manipulating speedster or something here?
Well, I haven't become that. I've always been that. Just usually I don't have the action economy or enough prep time to get the after images set up.
That's right. Move.
Because what it does is I spend my equivalent to key points to take an action to cast a mirror image.
Yeah, that makes sense why you don't get to do it very often.
Yeah, because usually we don't have the action economy or the prep time. I think this time I blew my action surge to do it.
Savage fires a crossbow bolt, but it unfortunately deflects off the scales. Kyoto will go and look down. Oh, well, this big old dragon seems to be on the ropes.
Hopefully.
That'll be the case if I can tackle it off the castle. I don't think that's physically possible, though, but...
Yeah, I don't think you can kill it with fall damage.
They can fly.
Exactly.
Yeah. Maybe I kill the wings first.
You really should not continue this battle.
You're the one trying to stop us from doing what we're doing.
No, only 16.
That's the response I would expect from kids. Because clearly the dragon itself is dead. You're just some corrupt being being a mimicry of it.
That is as good interpretation as any.
Yes, we're in the Mistlands where all sorts of fucked up shit happens. Not that you'll tell us, because then you'll help us realize what you are to get rid of you faster. So we're just having to do this the hard way, the painful way. Because you're not going to get surrender, really.
You don't understand the true power that is Drake blood.
Yes, a vampire that's been stuck in the same place for millennia now. That we killed every time it tries to come out. Well, actually, we can't say that. The last time it came out, tried to come out. And we're here to go finish the job.
The commander appears on the floor now having been able to get past the Ryatsu.
Oh, it's so nice of the commander to finally show up.
I mean, he's been trying. He just has very slow initiative. And is having to fight the compulsion field or whatever that's over this place.
Apologies for the delay. As he emanates casts a spell that emanates a defensive aura for everyone that's okay.
Damn it!
But what is with all these 30-foot radius spells?
It's to try and encourage the party to decide whether they want to split or not. It's like, you can get a buff if you stay within 30 feet, but it also means you're fireballable.
True. Very true.
It's a, risk-reward type thing.
Ha! I'm not surprised that this is happening, but... Oh man.
Okay, is everyone
That is,
Nope, I'm
that's
good.
not good news when there are potential for nuclear weapons to be involved. Ugh.
Jesus, Tibbs.
Well, Tibbs' turn.
I didn't even think it was possible to get that high.
How are you getting plus 11, though? Anyway, let's see.
Yeah, I don't know where he's getting the plus 11 from.
So initiative is Dex.
Mm-hmm.
If you're proficient, you get a D12. It doesn't double the number.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, where is the extra?
5 coming
I
from.
assume 5 to 6 point. Extra 5 to 6 to that plus 11. Because you can't have something like expertise in a initiative, right?
Not that I know of, but it could be some bullshit feature I'm not remembering. I'm looking at the settings to figure out what.
Your initiative is listed as
It says you have a
11?
+5 initiative modifier from somewhere.
Okay.
Alertness.
Ah.
So 6 dexterity, the alertness feat, that's 11, and then the d12, yeah.
Yeah, that makes sense. I was like, where's that coming from?
Well,
Like,
I
I just wanted to know.
assumed it was legitimate. It was just like, okay, where the fuck
Yeah.
did that combo come from?
Exactly. It's like, where's this coming from? I kind of want to know this for next campaign. The ability to say, none shall go faster than me is hilarious.
Well, all you need is the alertness feat to say that, because again, that's +5 to whatever.
Yeah, I know. I'm just saying that it's nice to know that. No.
Yeah.
Let's see, my initiative is 16 plus 5. I don't take the -3 to my initiatives, right?
It's an ability check, so yeah.
Damn it.
Yeah, okay.
And my initiative is going to be my AC.
It is clearly your turn. As
It'll
you
be clearly Tim's turn.
outspeed everybody.
No, for some reason
Where's
it's doing
initiative
his,
stunts?
for some reason it's doing his decimal point wrong. Actually, that should be .22, not .11.
Oh. That's on me, because it said .11 earlier, so I just added it.
Yeah, your deck score is the decimal point. So.
Lightning speed, quick position, what do I want? What do I want? I'm going to do Vanish. I expect him to probably not like me.
Okay.
But my AC is going to be a differential. I still need to roll that. That doesn't change what Tibbs is doing.
I blame Diablo 4.
Diablo 4, you said?
I can't log
Why
into
Diablo 4?
I can't log into BattleNet.
It's not that bad at this point. It's been a couple
No, I'm
weeks.
clicking on it and it's going, we are experiencing unusual amounts of activity. You cannot log in.
But there's no. That was weeks ago.
And?
It shouldn't be that bad anymore.
Depends if that many people are still playing it. Blizzard is notorious for not, keeping their servers, up to what they need.
Yeah. Let's see. AC is that plus. Not quite AC at least. At least I have that.
Yep.
That's some lightning. Damn. I don't know if it picked up on the mic or not, but I heard it. It felt it.
No, I didn't hear it.
18 plus 12 is a flat 30. Hear me. I might be prone, but I still have an AC at 30 at least.
Okay,
It's like, you have advantage, but I have a ridiculous high AC. That all balances out.
It all balances out to a 50-50 shot. He has a plus 18 to hit anyways. He doesn't need advantage. He just needs to roll higher than a 12.
He needs to roll statistically average on 3d6.
Exactly.
the 2 shots are able to get through. The first shot is stopped by his scales.
Assuming Brian doesn't kill it.
Given the proximity of Kenshi and Kriv, you will notice that the radiant energy is partially being repelled.
He's resistant to radiant. Interesting. That makes him not undead, at least.
Hmm.
I never heard of an undead being resistant to radiant.
I was telling you it was
It can happen, but it's usually the high level stuff.
Kenshi?
Mm-hmm. Running.
Hey, okay, we're also in the Mistlands. I don't know if there's anything that would allow for people to actually properly die. So,
Okay, run up, get up on the wall.
Just so you're aware, Tibbs did call down, then what is he susceptible to?
Muffins? I don't know. He's been resistant to everything so far.
he's immune to the cold, resistant to radiant, resistant to fire. It's a mythic creature.
I mean,
Just hit it with as much as you can.
Yeah, so he could just be resistant to everything.
Yeah. And immune to whatever his initial temp race was, which is Silver Dragon.
Okay, Kenshi, you leave deep gashes. In this dragon, it more kind of hunching on the ground at the moment. Is there anything else you're doing for your turn?
That's my action and my bonus. I will free action mark.
So that way you can get the free attack opportunity.
Yeah, in the event he tries
You
to
know
attack.
he's gonna move.
I mean, he might not, but if he does this way, I don't have to blow my reaction to try and stop it.
Yeah, true.
Where the hell? Am I about to get frustrated? I might get frustrated. Okay.
Become one with the frustration.
Till all are one.
Sorry, there was a thing that was on the map that is now no longer on the map.
The muffin button?
The Muffin Man? Let's see, sort of points. No. Sort of points. Still no. Oh, that's good. No. No.
There we go, that helps. Okay.
Let's see, not prone is 2.
Given the situation, okay. He'll use a reaction to try to hit you from that series of attacks you gave him as he somewhat awkwardly lashes out with a back claw. 32.
And roll an 11 from this one. It's 11 or higher, so yes, I am hit. And he has subpoints.
Yep. He's gonna go for a lightning attack.
We can try again. 11 or higher. That kills my last speed clone as I flip backwards.
Okay. So
that's 29, which adds to 15, plus 10, so 25. So pretty good hit. Like, ooh.
okay. He flaps his wings, attempting to go airborne. I'm expecting another sentinel. Oh no, I didn't use your reaction last time.
I haven't had my turn yet.
So he hasn't gotten his reaction back from last time.
Okay.
But I get mine.
Okay.
It's not a sentinel, but
How high up is he going?
50 feet.
Only 50 feet?
stunt points.
Ooh. He's messed up then. This is gonna be fun!
At 2d6
Yes!
for that, so that's 20, that's a 28 slashing, and then 30, and then 2 fire.
Okay. As he's rising up, you slash across his large draconic chest, gashing in deep. There is a momentary hitch in Argynvost's breathing, and then a sense of shock, disgust, and sadness that anyone that has any sense of empathy or insight can
I can insight from
can
okay.
detect.
Telling the monk who has proficiency in insight to do an insight check?
No, he didn't say do an insight check. He was just saying if you have any sense of, insight or empathy.
Yeah.
That was purely descriptive.
Dang.
For a moment, his wings slow and you notice something odd during the flapping of the wings as he speaks. Like myself, you underestimate Drakeblood not for his power, but his cunning, his ability to identify weaknesses and delegate to people and beings that have power that he readily does not have access to. Leadership is one of his great strengths. And through that, you'll finally see what that power has done to a noble being such as myself. As the wings flap, the scale and the kind of membrane of the wings begin flaking off as if it was granules of sand or ash going into the air. A glow inside his chest is able to be seen through the scales, along his underside, and more dimly so can be seen from his through his back from the ones that are in the tower, since they would be above him.
Called it. He's Draco Lich. Called it. I feel vindicated as a player.
Draconic power is something that he was curious, and so he had someone find ways of manipulating and changing things.
I feel even more vindicated now. That's actually right.
And the glow pulses outward, fragmenting out all the scales along his body, which fall down like a silvery or maybe bronze-ish snow, depending on what section of scale it is. Inside the glow of the chest, the people above cannot see this, but those below notice a silhouette that is revealed by the light of the power inside itself, and you see this individual, seemingly suspended, and like locally kind of captured or locked inside the light within the now kind of energy hollowed rib cage of I guess one could say that which was Argynvost.
That's interesting.
I've never seen a Draco Lich do that before.
You seen that many Draco Liches?
No. But it's a first overall. I've never heard of that happening before. Is that all it's doing?
No. Because that wasn't as a reaction, so he still gets his actual turn. Because that reaction shot is what triggered this.
Oh, he's a three-stage boss. Got it.
Awesome. I like this.
He lets out a roar, which not only can be heard, but the sound wave itself appears to radiate out as a visible quivering of the air. Everyone needs to make me a Constitution saving throw.
Well, given that the Constitution has changed, you can ignore my previous roll for things. I need to think on things, but
Remember, you get a D4.
I critically succeeded on something that I have a +0 on because of this stuff.
So you rolled an 18.
Still get a D4, 12 and a D4, so. Because, yeah, my Constitution is +30, so yeah. This gave a 30, courtesy of his proficiency and less.
What?
Tim's Falsey.
Oh.
I do need a con save from Tim's.
I'll see.
Final Fantasy 13 reference.
Oh. All these references I will never understand.
I mean,
So I do not have a PlayStation. I have a PlayStation 2.
I think that one's on PC. I know it was on Xbox 360, which means if you have an Xbox One, you can play it.
That required me to dig out my Xbox One, wherever we put it.
But, yeah, but I'm pretty sure that 13 is on PC also, and there's also YouTube. Because Let's Plays are a thing.
Okay, you'll take 1700 or half if you're on the half thing. If you take the full, which it looks like all the NPCs do, they are also momentarily incapacitated.
Oh, shit.
Ah! All of them. Only take 8 thunder? No. 18, put it at 9, 37.5, we gotta take the worst. So yeah, take 9 damage from that. Actually, oh man. You know what? It doesn't change my rolls what I'm gonna do. As long as he stays where he's at. David, that is a request for you. Please leave him where he's at.
There's a glow that's brighter than the rest of it that surges through the ribcage area, up the skeletal bindings of the throat, and out of the mouth, downward, spreading out from above, buffeting the area with this glowing energy. I will need a Constitution saving throw from Kenshi and Kriv. Given his height, those in the tower are not affected by it, though technically the tower itself is affected because, damage.
I will feel so much better with what I'm going to do to this bastard for this. Okay, roll 20. Oh, that makes me realize something. Its skull is his phylactery.
Maybe, maybe not, because remember we needed the skull to light the beacon, and when he said when we lit the beacon, this thing would show up.
If you recall from my description, it was as if the silver flame was purifying it or pushing out something.
So I mean, it might be the phylactery, but if it is the phylactery, we can't take it out in the traditional sense.
Well, we can still destroy its body, and it'll have to go back to the place where it didn't be in purging radiant fire. So it wouldn't be the worst thing.
That does not include your vulnerability.
No, I used my reaction. Fuck.
Okay, that's
2d8.
Yeah, 2d8 is the availability.
I'm glad you didn't, because that's going to become 25 plus 2 minus 27. I have... I quartered the damage because I have resistance to cold. Thankfully. Let's see, so that 77 becomes 36, 35 plus number 7 divided by 2. That becomes 39. I have 39, that's... Why am I doing this math in my head? I'll take the 20 points of damage. There we go.
Okay. The breath is not dissipating. Dracovost is still constantly letting out this stream of, for lack of a term, breath energy. From his...
Just played into what I wanted. Thank you,
from his throat, the ground beneath and part of the tower, you're seeing like this this smoky ice forming along the ground. Some of the inside of the tower, the door that leads into the tower gets covered in this ice and then fractures and shatters. The ground tiles under your weight, or in your case, it looks like you're on one of the crenellations.
Yeah.
Begins to crack under your weight, but doesn't completely fall away. Some of the areas that are damages that perforate the roof into the floor beneath shatter off a little bit as some chunks fall and shatter along the lower floor.
Oh man!
This kind of smoke ice, this kind of dry ice effect coming up from all the areas that have been covered in this kind of necrotic ice. Kriv, it is your turn.
Cool. So I'm going to go ahead and say this. We're going to use my attack rolls from earlier. My sub points are going to be giving myself defensive stance, 2 levels of skirmish, which I'll describe in a moment, and not prone. The 2 attacks can be ignored at the end because of one reason. I'm using my key point to, instead of do a flurry of blows, and it's only 3 attacks, so 5, is to dash. I'm going to dash. Giving me 100 feet of movement, I stand up, I have 50 feet of movement. I will run up the tower, attacking. As I'm attacking, I'm using skirmish to move myself 5 feet into its, to basically be above it. With the last attack, I'm using skirmish again to move it 5 feet away from the castle wall, so that its head is not directly on level with where it's trying to aim, and I'm hitting it to knock it prone.
Okay.
Also, here's that extra 1d8 of magical damage, because, well...
What is it with you and prone?
What's with me in prone?
He's going to add effects to things.
Doing it because he's 50 feet in the air, and I can ignore that fall damage, which I'll proceed to take, and then ignore it, but he can't.
True that.
Because...
Well, I understand that in this instance. It's just like, I swear every attack this session has been prone.
Yes. Yes, it has been.
That's the question. What the hell is with you and prone?
He's asserting dominance.
I'm asserting the... I can't even say no to that. But, no, it's simply because of the fact that, He keeps putting himself in positions where he can keep taking fall damage. So I'm going to keep exploiting it. Because you have to fall and take damage on that instance.
I like how it's feeding circle straight.
Yeah.
I like it. That's great.
I mean, I get it. It makes
Oh, you're just yet flying? Fall, bitch! Shoot you in the wind.
I can't dispute the logic. It's a little disappointing we don't get to do aerial battle shit, but considering, this would be like where my Gravity Knight shit would shine, but I understand the logic now that you've explained it.
I wasn't even considering that part of it. Because he still goes up, you still fight him, you come back down.
Well, that's the thing. Every time by the time it gets to my turn, he's still on the ground.
Oh, that's right, because you keep going faster than him, too.
Yeah. So it's like, I mean, I could... Okay, what? I mean, you do you. Again, you're doing nothing wrong. It's just, kind of like, okay, that's weird.
I just like, okay, I can add an extra d6 of damage, or I can... They can take... What, 5d6 of damage?
Like I said, now that you've explained the logic, I get it.
Go ahead, man. I'm looking forward to these rolls.
I'm not saying you're playing the game wrong. It's just like, okay,
So, there's the extra 1d8, and I was saying use the rolls I rolled earlier, because I just hit up and enter on accident earlier. I was trying to figure out what my stun points would be. So I need the 31, the 34, and the 34, which will become 20 damage, 11 damage, and 13 damage.
20, 11, 13. Okay.
And then he falls, and I moved him, particularly 5 feet up, so most of his weight.
So there.
No longer above the castle, and he falls straight down.
Okay. 1 second, I'm having to calculate his height to the ground. Okay.
If this somehow manages to kill him, I'll just take the ride with him. I'll go straight down with it.
That plus that. 17d6 damage, please.
Wait, he's actually going to the ground away from there? Ooh, I thought he would still be on the castle. Ooh. You said 17d6?
Yep.
Ah, crap, I hit F12. No, bad crow. I do not need to know the code.
Oh shit, I did not roll Kodo versus the other thing. Let me fix that.
No. Shh. Kodo's fine. Yeah, there's no way you'll take 178 damage for that thing earlier, right?
Alright.
Okay, Kodo is unfortunately incapacitated and takes 23 thunder damage from the thing earlier because I forgot to roll his con about that.
He's also
I know, and Constitution's is bad too. Okay. What was that? What was that fall damage? Right there, 62. Okay.
I just want you to know, my intent was to basically make it fall 50 feet at the castle and have its head be going towards the ground so it can't, keep using its wreck weapon on the place. But I guess just hitting the ground does the same thing.
With it falling, his head would have been kind of flailing up anyway from the long neck. Because, he's suddenly just being hurtled towards the ground. The beam slides off and away before his neck and chin area slams into the crenellated roof of Argynvoss, causing his head to fully go up. You will see that the beam coming out of his mouth, now that it's no longer being stopped by the fact that it's hitting the castle itself, keeps on going high and keeps on spreading. The beam is shining upward as if a beacon out to what you would guess 250 to 350 feet as it cones outwards before before dissipating because of the unexpected kind of shock of being slowly forced to the ground.
Huh. And you don't look so good over there.
As it makes some noises. You said you fell with it?
Yeah, I mean, if that was going to kill it, I totally would have fell with it.
Well, I can't tell you whether it's gonna die or not ahead of time.
That's true. No, I would have landed exactly where I was, because I was only able to move myself 5 feet
Okay.
after running straight up the side of the tower. I did not have enough movement to take and ride with it.
Okay, its turn happens, so its legendaries get redone.
But that is my turn.
Okay. Kodo's incapped. Can then move that much.
I just realized something. Am I basically fighting like a dragoon right now?
Yeah, with the up and down.
Awesome!
Flies up to that. Can't do that. Can't do that. Can't do that. What's the duration of this again? Okay. Okay.
Go ahead and roll initiative and AC.
Yep, new initiatives and ACs, please. You guys will see the shifting of light and shadow, indicating that between those turns, it had done something in the way of elevation to begin to rise again. Just somehow the light and shadows are flickering and moving around.
So he's rising?
Yeah, rising from ground level.
Okay.
17d6, that's 170 feet tall, from the 50 feet up he was. So... yeah. The dragon has like 80 feet flying speed.
Yeah, some of those dragons are fast.
Yeah.
Okay, for those who don't want to refoot.
So that's going to be... I have defense stance, give myself +2. Do I really need more AC right now?
Yeah, it's been doing more saves than AC, so...
Okay, Tibbs, it is your turn. Given your altitude and where it is, you will have line of fire on it.
10 plus 6 plus 5... That makes my AC higher than the dragon. That's 16 plus 5, that puts me at 21.20. Aha! I was still rolling things, by the way. I was trying to figure out what to do with stun points for initiative. Ava. I know that doesn't change the fact that Tibbs has a 40, but...
Oh, sorry, yeah, I mean, just put your new initiative in when you can, let me know, and I will reshuffle it.
Already there.
See, now has access to this shit. Okay.
Honestly, I'm just gonna go with Vanish again.
Cool, no problem.
Because, there's lets me force disadvantage on an attack. Nice, simple. But let me roll my... see now. Or I forget if he decides to try to do something. So I'm pretty sure he's gonna go after me now.
Something you will notice, by the way. Since its transformation, you do not hear it breathing.
Interesting.
Oh, it's become full undead this time. Got it. Hit it with radiant! By the way, there's a person in it. So, try not to hit it too much radiant.
Let me check your passive perception right quick, given it did fall past you. Passive perception. Okay, Kenshi.
Mm-hmm.
You would have noticed the figure inside was still moving along with the fact that it was hit around did not change the woman's relative positioning. It's like it's caught in, for like a tractor being held in the center of the chest under the rib cage. As Draco Voss and her obviously Upasha, because they fell past you. You were able to get a better look at her. She's in somewhat battle damaged clothing. But you did notice that her chest was rising and falling, indicating that she is breathing. And she did not, though it was somewhat hard to see through the light itself, she did not appear to have, to you, any kind of, like, vampiric pallor or anything.
Cool.
I only have 15, so I don't notice any of this, but my only guess is that the dragon... Wait a second. The dragon itself is dead. Its spirit was trapped in the memories. You know what? I think it's the draconic spirit is effectively possessing / using the power of the chick to manifest itself in reality instead of just being stuck in the memories.
As good a guess as any.
So, in theory, if we could somehow remove her, it would either kill him outright or make him much less of a threat.
Okay, sure, that's enough. Acid.
Is she still exposed, or did she recede, as it were?
Oh, the one?
Yeah.
She's still being like, it's kind of like the Final Fantasy villain thing, where like like she's integrated
Okay,
into
so
the
she is
creature.
taking, so we'd have to cut her out, or
Yeah,
do something.
She's like in the beam of light under the ribcage.
I mean, it's a gargantuan dragon. We could technically fit in his ribcage pretty easily.
Assuming there's not some like spectral field or something preventing us from getting in there.
True. Did not consider that part.
Okay. Your elemental acid shots are firing downwards. It will hit. You're too far away to see how effective the shot is. Though I will say that your nose is picking up the hints of an acrid smell, as if the acid is in fact burning something. Lightning attack. Okay. Okay. Those two shots miss due to its flapping movement, shifting it just enough for it not to be solid hits. Kenshi, it's your turn. If you look down, Draco Voss is rising up and is currently 30 feet below you.
Okay, I will move 30 feet down. and try to position myself so that I'm again between, so that he's between Kriv and I, with Kriv having the high ground.
Okay, keep in mind that he's far enough away that I don't think there's going to be any flanking
Yeah.
or anything going on right now. Are you wanting to use a climb on top of the creature to indicate you're standing on it?
No, I'm sticking to the wall below.
Oh, okay.
So he'll fall past it and then skid onto the wall because he can do that. And I'm going to use that skirmish to push him 10 feet closer to Kriv, and then use movement to keep up with it.
Okay, so upwards. Then.
Yeah, pushing it 10 feet up. And again, continue to stick to the wall.
Given that, then, given the upward skirmish, that 23 doesn't hit.
Okay.
I don't know if that's tied to any...
No. The 23 didn't have it.
Okay. In that case, he's close enough to the top, then, that when the wings are fully up as a part of its flap, Kriv, you'll be able to see that before it disappears as it flaps down to keep itself aloft.
It does what now?
Kenshi was able to push it up enough to where when its wings are at the kind of apex of its flap, you'll be able to see the skeletal Draco wings, and then it'll flap down to keep aloft, and then it'll pop out of your vision because it goes below the wall, unless you're looking over the wall. Just to give you an idea of how close it was pushed. The kind of scale membrane between the wings has been replaced by the same kind of blue-white light.
Hey, if you're gonna do something dumb.
Okay.
Can't technically eat me and kill me. And there's a person stuck in it. Let me just use gravity to help me get the person out.
Not how gravity works.
I jump into the skeleton. Gravity and inertia would push me out of the dragon.
Possibly.
And as I'm going past, I can grab the damsel in distress clearly. That's kind of how physics works, right?
Emphasis on the kind of.
There's a quivering in
the misfits.
There's a quivering in the bones as it's hit by your attacks. You will notice that the fervor of the energy glow has dimmed slightly following your attacks.
Okay.
It would not have enough. It would have enough for that, however. Given that you're on the wall and you attacked it, it will retaliate after your turn. Oh, that is the wrong amount of dice. There we go.
So, I just want to say this, because it's technically close enough for me to attack it, because it's the fact that I got pushed 10 feet up, and its wings are getting close enough. It's attacking Kenshi within my area of threat.
It still had some distance from you.
It's 10 feet. It's effectively 10 feet below you.
Its wings are going up to my height.
Well, he's telling you its wings are 10 feet. That said, I think your glaive is a reach weapon, isn't it?
Yeah.
Well, then it's in your threat range.
It is yeah.
So you get a free shot.
32 gets
Yeah, I
you.
said its movement to 0. Because its movement to 0, doesn't that mean it technically falls? Because it's flying?
No, it just means it can't move.
It's not dropping prone, it just can't gain any more elevation.
Yeah.
Ah.
Okay, unless you have after images or
No.
I feel bad for it now.
That said, I think I can do a thing to do... Let's see, 26 plus, so that'd be 28. I could shield.
There's it comes.
I'm
48
going to
plus
blow a key point
36
to invoke
plus-
Blur, just to do something different. So he has to roll again. Still hits.
Hey, you do get rid of it.
Yeah, so I got rid of his stun points though, so that was...
Again, I am not including the yokai vulnerability.
Yeah.
As it goes and bites you.
So that's 10,
Um,
18...
that blow touching you for a bit of a necrotic effect. As it goes in for a bite, its teeth going into you a little bit as it's kind of trying to force itself against the wall as well. Given that, it is
the lethal blow is not affected by crit.
Oh, it's not.
Yeah.
it is
Damn.
now using its reaction because it had that from last time for counter strike, which is going to be another bite. Because the other thing, technically, this would have been the counter strike, and this would have to be its instant reaction in order for it to roll out well. So, if the first thing was its counter strike, then I will need to add 15 piercing. Okay, 25 for the legendary strike. That does not hit you.
No, I used 15 piercing. So that becomes 8.
Okay. You move out of the way as it continues to use its non-existent muscles to close its mouth or everywhere. So you move out of the way as to not get have it completely chomp on you. It will take in some of the stone siding, and you will see the bits of broken off and crushed stone going down its throat, being atomized by the light.
Okay then.
Oh, I see that too, I hope?
You're above it, versus Kenshi is kind of below it. Its skeleton is more obfuscating when being looked at from above. Let me look at your passive.
It's 15.
Okay, then no. You see that it continued. You see that it took a bite out of the wall where Kenshi was, but not it going down its throat because of how the bone structure is.
That's fine, that's fine.
Okay. So your corrected damage is a 38.
Yes.
Okay. Okay, Crit, it is now your turn.
So, I have a question for you about rules.
Yep.
A person who is considered unconscious, incapacitated, what have you, are they considered an object in terms of item interaction?
No. Corpses are, however. And
That's why I wanted to clarify, because she's clearly not a corpse yet.
So long as there's still life in your being, you are a being.
So you cannot just be picked up for free.
Nope.
Got it. I just wanted to make sure. But, with that correction, 1, 2, 3, 4. We'll go ahead and do this.
Oh, so you're just straight up attacking?
I'll walk along the edge over to where it's at. And I'm going to proceed to... So I have the movement to actually do this because it's kind of funny. It's still 10 feet down, right?
Yes.
So that's at the edge of your pole arm.
I am going to go over. I'm going to jump down towards its head, doing bicycle kicks, because I had the movement to do this. And as I finish my attacks, I am then going to continue my movement to be back on the roof.
Okay.
Because how far down is it to the ground from the roof?
A lot.
It is. I believe I did my rough calculations. It was 90 feet to ground level, and the tower itself is 90 feet above that, being on the roof.
Brian, your mic's wigging.
So 90 feet is 96, right?
Yes.
I can negate 70 damage. That puts it in every single die has to roll above average to actually do anything to me, right?
Presumably.
Though I believe you have to use your reaction.
Yes, it costs your reaction to do the monk thing.
Yeah, that's what I'm asking. So...
Microphone's still wigging.
Doesn't seem that bad, though, to me.
Really?
Well, I mean, it's not
kinda bad of a headset.
well, it's not preventing me from understanding it.
Well, no, it's just very annoying.
Yeah, it's not as bad as it normally is, I'll give you that. But it's still kind of painful when you're wearing a headset. Because, you know, speakers with bass inches from your ear. Not even. But, okay. Do you want me to continue, or do you want me to give it a chance to fly, Triss?
Well, I mean, again, you do you. If you're having, you know...
Well, I also want to let you be a Gravity Knight, but I also see you with 23 HP, and there's nothing I can do to help you on that one. So that's why I want to make sure before I do something.
I will make do with whatever the situation turns out to be. It would be kind of cool to actually, you know, do aerial shit, but I'm not sure if there's enough of this creature left at this point for that to be worthwhile.
Okay.
Because at this
Well,
point, you've kind of done that.
points.
Since you've done that the entire fight, I'm not sure how much of it's left to know if there's any point.
I only actually did it technically twice.
You have done it every round this session.
Well, in any case, I would like to know what the final part of your turn is.
Yeah.
The final part of my turn is spending the 4 stunt points. Given what Trista said, is going to be defensive stance, so I can have an AC of 31. And let me double check what the other plus 2 options are. 2 stunt point options. I can't. Let's see. I will skirmish. No. Nah, I won't do defensive stance. I'll just do another attack with Fury. With lightning attack.
Okay, feel free.
If you. This becomes with that. Go with that. Got a 1. Oh man.
18. It deflects off of the Dracovast bone.
So how many of my 6 attacks I got actually hit? That was 31 hits.
You're 31, you're 25, and you're 26 hit.
Cool. Wasn't a complete waste. But yeah, that's my turn.
Okay. Let go fast. Okay, man, you both have been like the primary antagonists here, with Tibbs being the afar dude pulling the quiet.
Just hitting it for a lot of damage.
Yeah. Oh, I have a choice. Actually, it'll fly up to be on level, which is within reach of its own things. Oh, I will have it do that. You said you had defensive stance, and that increases
Yes.
your AC to 32, was it?
31.
31? Okay.
So have vanish, but get disadvantage on the first attack against me.
First attack? Okay.
Yeah, I would have jumped down and bicycle kicked its head for all of those attacks. Because, that's the only logical thing I could do and then have the movement to get back up here. That was going to do a lot. But it was at least my attempt to keep it distracted from Kenshi, who looks very, very bloody.
Kenshi, do you have any auto disadvantage stuff?
I do not.
Yibs. Kind of dying down here.
It will raise up 10 feet to be on level with the crenellations. Its arm lengths are enough to still be within striking range of you, Kenshi.
Mm-hmm.
And of course, its longer tail, which is swaying behind it in the air. There will be a increased glow from its chest. As given where you are, you're below. You will see a what you would interpret as a pained breath from the woman trapped inside the energized chest cavity.
Mm-hmm.
As the energy flows, trailingly flows down the arms and legs, and forms a kind of energy sheath or blade around the claws. As it begins rapidly striking at both yourself and Kriv.
Okay.
Yep. Okay.
I wish I had the means to give you a shield ally, but I don't.
It's fine.
Okay, amazingly enough, it doesn't seem to hit you, Kriv. Because that 30 doesn't count, because the 25 would account to the disadvantage that you first imposed. Okay, Kenshi, it looks like you are...
Looks like hit twice.
Ooh, yeah.
Oh, that's right. You're yokai. You'll become a giant berserk cat that may or may not try to eat me later.
Oh, I can do you one better than that.
How is it better?
Yeah, let's see where the damage falls, and I'll let you know. One, we still have Death Ward and Tibbs.
Oh, that's right. Tibbs did give us a death board for this.
You totaling, is that what I'm saying?
I'm doing it's 26 from one of the hits, 18 from one of the hits,
Yeah, okay.
and 6, and then 4. Again, the necrotic does not reflect the yokai weakness.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, excuse me. Do I spend my reaction? Do I spend my
Okay.
reaction?
So, what happens?
No.
Is Kenshi takes the first hit, rocked back, comes in for the second hit, and on the second hit, his mask shatters, but he's okay.
Oh, nice.
Warlock, back to the presser.
Wait.
Do it for them. If your hero's guise is active and you would be reduced to 0 hit points, may use your reaction to ignore the instance of damage, reducing you to 0 hit points. Doing so causes your hero's guise to be deactivated, but you cannot reactivate until the next long rest.
Nice.
Oh, that's actually pretty cool. That's a warlock thing?
That's the specific warlock thing I have. Yeah, that's my warlock
That's actually
subclass.
kind of cool.
So basically, Sensei took the hit for that last hit for me. I am okay.
Nice.
So you're still at 1 HP?
I am at 1 HP as opposed to 0 because the first hit brought me down to 1. Exactly 1. I had to do the math for that. And then,
So it didn't even trigger Death Ward.
and then the second hit took took the mask.
Nice.
So you just take a moment to shake off the shattering debris, and it's like, oh, you son of a bitch.
With its mighty wings, it flaps up, catapulting itself upwards.
So, just to double check this. You got hit, it brought you down to 1 from Death Ward? Or it didn't trigger Death Ward?
The first hit would have triggered Death Ward. The second hit triggered my mask.
Okay. Because you said you did the math, it brought you down to exactly 1, so
Yeah.
I just wanted to double check.
Yeah, I just double checked. Yeah, I fucked up on that.
No, all good. Like I said, it was
Yeah,
more
yeah,
double
but-
checking because, like, if you
Yeah.
had 1 HP, the second hit would have triggered Death Ward. Instead of having Death Ward get triggered, you had your mask get broken, which means you would still have Death Ward to be able to take
Yeah.
another life-ending hit.
No, but he's in theory out of attacks now. So
These flapping his wings to shoot upwards.
yeah,
Is anyone going to prevent him from shooting upwards?
I just used my reaction not to die. So, which is a wonderful reaction that I wasn't sure if I'd ever get to use, but.
I'm essentially wondering if there's going to be an attempt at Sentinel.
That's given Eric was just cackling like the Wicked Witch of the West.
Odds or evens, Tristan?
4, so evens.
I'll let him do it.
Okay.
Elena Grayson, Batman, Batwoman Beyond.
Okay, I was wondering. It's a little different.
Yeah, she's Terry got incapacitated. She stole the suit from the cave, and because the city needs a Batman.
Okay.
So Batwoman Beyond.
Nice. At first I thought it was like an older him, but I was like, no, there's a curve there.
That's like there are protrusions.
Okay. It shoots up high into the air, being, in fact, slightly taller than the beacon spire itself. Kodo
Oh, fancy.
is now no longer incapacitated. Can't get advantage. Savage cannot get advantage. Same thing.
They're all in the air. They can see him.
But he's above the beacon tower. And the beacon
They're on the beacon tower.
yes, but the beacon tower I believe has a top to it.
Yeah, say the roof's in the way.
But they're on the roof.
No, they are on the top floor.
thought that was the roof right there.
No.
But okay.
That's the upper floor.
Okay. I just wanted to make sure. Also, Kodo's not going to just stick his head out? Deal with it? Okay.
Well, he says you're able to get a good sight on the creature.
Stick his head out the window and looks up.
Then he would see the underside of the canopy.
Yeah,
Are you saying that it's
there's an
the roof is
overhang.
much larger than it's...
Because of the tower, there's an overhang. So if he sticks his head to look out and the thing's right above the roof, he'd just see the overhang.
I didn't realize that there's an overhang on the roof, but okay. That's fine.
That's pretty common for castle towers.
It's like I can double check the description if you'd like.
Well, I'm just looking at the picture. You can see the overhang on the pictures there. If you just look at the map.
Actually, no, because it's exactly 3 squares wide. You didn't look at the stairs. They're exactly 3 squares wide, so there isn't an overhang, per se. But no, I get what you're saying, and
Really? Because I'm
I'm
looking at the thing here, and it's 3.5 wide. So look at the one right next to the room they're in.
Like I said, it's perfectly fine. I just didn't think it had an overhang. If it has an overhang, it has an overhang. That's fine. You don't have to go rules luring it and trying to go read through the book. You can say it had an overhang, and I just wasn't aware of it.
Okay.
That's not over.
There will be a feminine scream of pain that you can hear very clearly somehow, despite the distance rather. Then you notice that the scream of pain is telepathic in nature. The light inside the inside the chest cavity surges, going up the throat and being held in the maw. In front of the mouth itself is a shimmering amongst the rain as a circle of energy is formed in front of the mouth where the energy is being contained, and then another shimmering as another white-blue circle forms, slightly smaller than the first one. As a smaller one then widens out, and what appear to be archonic glyphs form between the two circles. As the blue energy in its maw becomes much darker, as if it's now the color of the night sky with a core of blue. As it is then unleashed downwards.
It's a very big aura of just everyone.
That's a huge aura. Fuck you.
Apparently.
I need a Constitution saving throw.
Does everything have to be con if you bait?
Well,
It's the
Why
type.
con?
It's doing mostly cold attacks. Cold is usually con.
Yeah, the core of its being is cold stuff, given its original nature.
Can't even do anything about this. Actually, I have a question for you. I know it's technically an area of effect, but it's getting the better of my curiosity. As you know, with Monk, I can technically spend hit dice to return to sender. Can I do that?
This isn't magic. It's not a missile.
Yeah, I know. That's what I was just asking to ask.
I mean, is there any hit dice thing that lets you deflect energy, essentially?
I have the hit die ability of a monk, which allows me to use my deflect missiles for magic attacks. That's what I was asking as like a. I don't think so, but might as well ask. Kind of situation, if that makes sense.
There were some hero points on this, so it's tied to level.
The hero points on this one is personal. It's not the group
Okay.
hero point. But
If you want to use a hero point, you can follow the rules for deflect missile on this attack. Though keep in mind, unless you do something spectacular, I'm not sure if you can reach the requisite numbers that we can see.
Yeah, no, I wouldn't be able to. Don't worry. But I won't be doing that. Never. Don't worry about it. It was more of just a question to question.
I'll just. I am just concerned for folks.
Well, you're the one that decided to trigger this.
he's just doing his job.
That's what I was saying. Is like, you're the one that chose to do this.
I'm having fun. You're having fun. Everybody's having fun.
Yeah. I mean, if we all die, we all die. Campaign over. It's okay.
It's great. It just means I can run this campaign a third time.
I know. Maybe not the Witchfire trilogy part.
No, that part I can't use again, but it'll make Sunday's life real interesting, I'll tell you that.
Oh, because then now they have to deal with everything.
No, they have to deal with the fallout.
That's what I mean. They'll have to deal with everything.
Because you guys brought the orbs into the Mistlands. He can get them now.
And they can't get into the Mistlands.
Yep. Which means he gets to actually do his plot.
Which will allow him to send the godhood to then go fight the gods. And potentially kill the gods.
Mm-hmm.
Which will then make, well, the reaction to that would be that the divine and mortal planes would be connected again.
Maybe, maybe not.
theoretically, from him using brute force to do it. Or the gods would do it, with the help of the mortals.
Well, it kind of defeats the purpose of, banishing themselves if they could just hit the undo button.
Well, when you're using the orbs of creation to cause the undo button to happen to begin with.
Yeah, but the orbs are on this side.
No, I'm not disagreeing with you on that part. I'm just saying
They-
he's going to use them to do that. So in theory,
Unless he brings them with him, they're still on this side.
that's a good point. And the orbs of creation are higher powered than the gods themselves.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah, because it goes.
Oh, man.
It goes the creator, the primordial dragons, the orbs, then the gods.
Tibbs, can I get a con save from you as well?
Oh fuck! I forgot. I crit last turn, which means I actually, which means he's Hunter's Mark.
Oh, you just get Hunter's Mark for free if you crit?
My sword, if on a critical hit, it casts Hunter's Mark for free.
Which gives you more damage, if I recall?
Yeah, plus 1d6, and I can psionically track him.
Ah, cool. I don't know how useful it's going to be for you, because you're going to go into a Berserk state. Guaranteed at this point.
Hunter's Mark would still apply.
That's true. Hunter's Mark is not a concentration spell.
Mm-hmm. Well, normally it is, but because of the qualifiers on my sword, it's not.
Yeah, that's what I mean. It's like it's not technically a... It sounds interesting, that's for sure.
Okay, half Kenshi, minimum 1. Now, you see...
Well, no, the minimum one is Tibbs. Specifically.
Now, you see, this would be enough to drop me to 0. But, and in theory I can do this, though GM has veto, because technically this is stretching it a little bit. I am going to spend a hero point to take an extra reaction. Normally it says you can take an extra action, but given the nature of hero points...
Well, I will ask this first. Can you use hero points out of turn?
Yes.
Okay.
Because there are hero point abilities that are contingent on using them out of turn, like using it to act out of turn. That would require you to...
That is true. Okay.
And then I will spend a hit die for still standing,
46.
which allows me to remain standing at 1 hit point.
Okay.
And for each round I wish to continue standing, I have to spend a recovery die, unless I do something else. I don't think that's a problem, but, since you're driving, I want to double check that you're cool with that idea. Just kind of turtle up in the cave. And,
Turtle mode. Activate!
Does Koto's cloak do anything?
well, there's a lot of stuff. I'm not sure if any of it's helpful, though. That's why I was like, I'm not worried. I got options.
Well, glad you have options.
Thanks to the expanded rules we've been using.
Where the hell is it? There.
Need a healer. Will that bird heal till the end of the turn?
Okay. Nice. Okay, I thought it did. Okay.
So range might be a problem.
Oh, this is going to be a bitch. Bless and Power Circle are now down as concentration is broken.
No.
Okay. Tibbs and Kodo and everyone else is actually in the tower itself. The top of the tower is just gone. The canopy of the tower is gone. And by all rights, the rest of the tower and probably you should be as well. However, the silver flame within the tower has grown bright, shielding the beacon in the tower. Hints for those who are in the tower had the minimum one. However, Tibbs, you will realize due to your tight background with religion, Bahamut, and familiarity with the initial ritual that started this, is in expending the flame expending this power. There is almost a translucentness to the silver flame. You had there was it's not that you see the contrast before, where it seemed to have the ability to resist any amount of corruption due to its purity. By expending this shielding energy, it looks like that it's now made itself vulnerable to corruption directed towards it.
Oh.
Well, that's not good. I don't know that, so I don't care, but as a player, I could distinctly say that is not a good thing.
Yeah.
And I'll put it to you. So, okay, new-ish for those who want new-ish.
Do a niche, but you need new as much as I don't want it.
The roof of the roof of Argynvoss is going to be treated as conditionally difficult terrain, meaning that if you're moving carefully along it, treating it as difficult terrain, the roof will be fine. If you are moving in an uncareful fashion, the roof is now brittle enough that it will collapse in the wake of your movement.
Done.
Okay, let me know when all initiatives are back in.
I may just keep the same stuff, so yeah.
Okay. Tips. It is now your turn. You are close enough that you will see a woman in damaged clothing suspended within the blue-white energies of the chest cavity of this Draco-Vost creature.
Right. How far down is everyone?
It's like 90 feet-ish?
It's 90 feet from the beacon part of the tower to the roof. If you're clinging to the wall, I believe it would be 30 feet below that.
Yeah, so about 120 feet for me.
And 90 feet for Kriv, because I believe Kriv is on the Cornels.
Yeah, I'm like Cornels.
Okay. And Kodo's within the window.
Yeah.
Okay. Okay. Commander's down. I say not. Commander's frozen. Sir Godfrey, how's he looking?
The commander was unfrozen as of like a round ago, but Savid Godfrey and the commander are both at 1 HP by virtue of the shielding of Silver Flame.
Oh, okay. Cool. Looking over at Kodo, how does he look?
Kodo looks to be at a quarter.
Hmm.
This dragon sucks.
How does this dragon look?
Concern is the woman inside the dragon. It's
Technically, I
using
can't even use dragon.
the woman
in a special position.
power things.
Okay.
Clearly.
The dragon, from what you can tell, due to its Draco-Lich-like nature, you would guess fairly hurt. Bloodied or below. I would say a medicine check if you wanted to kind of get a more accurate gauge of its health. That medicine check would cost an action.
Yeah, man, I thought I'd just keep hitting him until he's dead.
Right?
Alright. Well, figures we end up fighting a boss like this before I could actually even, fucking quit my gun. So.
Well, I mean, we could have taken a short rest. We chose not to.
I mean, literally, as soon as I picked up the gun, he's like, no, and shield bash.
Oh, yeah, there was that.
Given the circumstances you'd like, if you have any hero points left, and the attunement slots left.
Oh, yeah, I do.
And technically, this would be a little bit of a stretch. There is a hit die ability that says you can use an ability that takes a short rest to recharge to have it happen instantly.
That is a bit of a stretch, but I'll...
Yeah, I was about to say, I'm like, this doesn't seem like a recharge. I'm like...
That's what I was saying, is it might work, but it is a little bit of a stretch.
Yeah, it's like, with the hero point and the circumstances, I would allow it, provided that you have the attunement slot available.
Okay. So, worst case, I can't do that, but I can do this. It's definitely taking a long rest after this shit.
Well, yeah,
Right.
I'm pretty sure we're done here after this, so we can definitely take a long rest.
Oh, alright.
Understand the incentive right there.
So, I am going to go ahead and I am going to cast. I haven't done it. I haven't done it during this battle, but I'm going to cast Improved Haste on myself.
Okay.
I do not believe I've actually done that. I don't have any listings of it. That's why I was. Yeah, don't fuck me over. Okay. It's a 6th level spell.
Okay, so you're good? Let me cast your check.
Okay. Right. In which case, I will cast that. I will use my other bonus action. So I will use my other bonus action, and I will activate one of the items I got here, the scale circlet.
Okay.
Okay. So, sure, this is doing exactly what I think it's doing. Okay. I do not need that. See, alright, cool, yep. I'm gonna take the scale circle. I'm gonna hop on, activate the scale circlet. I'm going to aim the gun out the window.
Well, now the roof is
And
gone, so you could just aim upwards if you'd like.
Upwards, sweet, even better.
I guess the tower top is good. I mean, should be specific.
And I'm going to fire a volley of shots at him.
So you are not healing them. So you are not healing them.
Everybody's currently at 1. This guy is a threat to the flame. Have you guys lost your death wards already?
Yeah.
Correct.
I was like, I'm at 1 hit point, I'm out of death wards.
Okay. Which case...
But I'm 120 feet away. That's why I was confirming. It's like I don't think there's anything you can do.
No, you're still within range. So I'm going to hop on my broom.
Do you have enough actions to do all this, even with your improved haste?
Yes.
Okay.
Many actions. Let's see. If I did this correctly, the farthest you are is 120 feet,
Mm-hmm.
and all you need to do is be within 60. So that's a halfway point between you guys that I can basically heal everyone.
Are you doing that instead of opening fire?
I'm going to heal. I'm going to cast mass heal. I'm going to cast mass heal with my action, with one of my actions. So that takes up my action. Takes up my action, my bonus action, and my bonus action, and my other bonus action from improved haste. So that just leaves me with my action and bonus action from the other improved haste. So
From the other improved haste? How many improved haste do you have?
No. Well, I get action and bonus action, and then with improved haste, I get another action and bonus action.
Okay. It was the phrasing that confused me.
I know what you meant.
So I use one of the bonus actions. I use one of the bonus actions to activate improved haste. I use the other bonus action to activate my circlet, and then I use my action to heal. So let's see. Right. So heal is 700 points between the 3 of you. Because I can still see all 3 of you. So I should bring all of you up to full.
I don't know. I mean, I account for 268 by myself. Well, 267.
Okay, so a third. If each of you takes roughly around 200 to 250, I mean, you should be fine.
You said 700?
Still the 700. Looking at Crib's chart, he should be fine.
I'm at 70 out of 215. What are you talking about?
Yeah, I mean, as
Okay,
far as the
so
points, 70 out of
700
250, yeah, you don't take up that much.
I'll take 268. How much do you need, Kriv?
215 minus 70. He needs 100 and 140 something.
Kodo needed
145, I believe.
Kodo needed 172.
Okay, so that's enough for all of us. to get back up to
172. That leaves 260. And Kriv needed 100 and...
I think you need 140 something.
130 plus 15, 145.
That's 145. That leaves 115 floating.
Okay, cool. Then I'm just going to go ahead and get myself back up to full. And I don't think I can see this guy anymore from where I am. I can see Kodo because he's in the window, but I can't see this guy.
You can't see Savid or the Paladins because of where you are.
Okay.
Okay. So
Then, yeah,
everybody,
I'm just gonna go ahead
so
and
all the PCs are at full. The NPCs are going to have to suck it.
Yeah, I mean, they're at 1, so they'll be fine. For the time being.
Yeah, they're at 1. They'll be fine.
Okay, so I guess you have one more action remaining.
Normally that would be the case, but I'm going to use action surge.
Okay. I have a question for you. Were you using that hero point to quick attune?
No.
Okay.
Okay, so
I'll say-
action,
I'm
hasted
about-
action,
I'm about to say
action surge. Okay.
Yeah, I'm gonna say it. I know you said it was a stretch, so I wasn't gonna bother.
It was a stretch to use the hit dice.
But to just straight up use a hero point, he was okay with.
Oh, okay. In which case I'd have to look and see what the gun does, if it does anything in particular.
Well, I do know.
Which-
I do know if you attune to it, you can then take an action to like enable your what's that called? Shining form shit.
I mean, that's a good
Yeah,
name for it as
I
any.
would-
I don't think it's
I
ever
would- I would
angelic
affect-
form, your transformation.
Yeah, I would activate it, and then I'd be out of action, so I would just be floating there with an angelic form doing nothing,
Okay.
because I'd be out of action by then.
It would look cool.
But
But
it would look cool, but I'd just be floating there as a target. It's like angelic form, and he just fucking smacks me out of midair.
You see, that's when you use a second hero point to take your next turn, your next round now.
As cool as that sounds, I'm like, this
Okay.
is technically about to be a little bit stupider. Okay. So, let's see. I'm going to use this in order to swap guns, because I can do that with quick draw. Time for the big bitch. I'll say the gun that I specifically use for dragons.
Dragon.
Pop and draw.
Slave. So you were in mask form, not your angelic form.
right, yeah. I was in my sensei possessed me form.
Yep.
You were in the form of I am Warlock.
Okay.
I am Warlock. Look at me do cool shit.
Now, yes, is this kind of ridiculous? Yes. Do I mind that's ridiculous? No. Sick. And I'm just going to go ahead and assume that since he's an evil bastard, that Radiant might actually be able to do some stuff to him.
Do you have sharpshooter?
He does.
Okay. And I think that prevents the long-range penalty.
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah, what does sharpshooter not do?
Sharpshooter does a lot. It really is like the end-all, be-all of, you want to be good at range?
It really is. It denies the penalty for shooting in the close combat. It denies the penalty of shooting in close combat yourself.
It does not deny that one. The CQC still applies. That's a different feat.
So if you're shooting in close combat, it still applies, but if you're shooting into close combat, it doesn't.
There is no shoot into close combat penalty in this.
Well, arguably, it would
Nope.
give them cover.
That's something I've been doing, but mechanically, you have no penalty for shooting into close combat in 5th. If your fighter's up in the guy's face and you're firing an arrow past your fighter, the game does not give you a penalty for that like they did in old editions.
Which I think is a little bit.
Now, what David and I normally do is apply your party member as cover,
Yeah.
which gives them an AC bonus. But rules as written, they got rid of the firing into melee penalty. So now the only penalty you have is if they're in your face and you fire at them. And that is negated by the crossbow expert feat.
Okay. So I'm assuming with his AC, the 29, the 30, and the 2 29s and the 30 and the 32 will hit. I'm assuming anything 26 and lower does not hit.
Well, I believe in this, it's meet or beat.
Yeah, we're doing meet or beat.
So, given that he's not using anything to augment this at the moment, AC is 25.
Oh, wow. Okay, so everything hits. Okay. That's 49, 65, 52, 51, 47, 39, and 54 damage.
Ryan's like, oh, now I'm the asshole.
I thought it was still 47.
I'm just waiting for the, yep, how do you want to do this? And he's like, yeah, Tibbs just swoops down and steals the kill.
I know, right?
I mean, he's been shooting at the whole fight just like the rest of us. It's not that big of...
I honestly don't care that much.
Yeah.
It's just funny. It's like, we're sitting here juggling it between the two of us.
To be fair, I've been building up everything because Tips has been activating one thing after another.
And you have been, and like I said, you've been shooting at it the whole fight. It's not like you came out of nowhere.
Yeah. There's no last second, I'm just going to show up and kill it.
Yeah, also because originally it was like gunshot, okay, radiant gunshot, okay, stack this other thing, acid gunshot, okay, stack this other thing, holy weapon, acid rain gunshot, okay, stack this other item. Now it does force damage, radiant, such and such. Okay, holy weapon converts all the dice that I've been using from everything else purely into radiant. Sweet. Now every shot that I do does 2d12 plus 6 plus 4d8 plus 2d10 plus 1d10.
And none of that's required concentration?
Only thing that's required concentration is holy weapon.
Elemental weapon only lasts for that turn, though.
No, holy weapon's concentration for a minute.
Well, yeah, but at the main description say if struck, then is you kind of like smites. But in any case, you unload your weapon.
Holy weapon. I mean, not the.
It's not holy weapon I'm talking about. I'm talking about elemental weapon. You only have
drop that. Yeah, drop that. That's done. That's done. But but the circlet thing that he gave me gives me plus 2d10 force force damage. For the circlet, the scale circlet. So that's why I had to activate it with my bonus action because it gives me 2d10 force damage on a hit.
You unloading your shots, and the light like detonating across Drakovost's body. The skeletal part of the wings get blasted off. The bone falling, hitting the tower, and then spiraling off to the side, or hitting one of the side turrets and sliding off. You blast off pieces of the maw and the jaw as pieces of it are falling off. Those pieces of bone that are falling off get replaced by the blue-white energy shifting and spreading out to take the place of the missing structure. The overall light itself is dim except for the core and along the throat. From what you guys can tell,
Oh shit.
that's a lot of fucking crap. From what you guys can tell, it, judging by again how the light becomes a bit more translucent, more away from the core it is, and the fact that it's actually lost pieces, it must be very weak at the moment. Though for those with a more holy affinity, you are still sensing a strong amount of corruptive energy, like ancient corruptive energy. Kenshi,
Mm-hmm.
what would you like to do?
Dragon is still a problem.
Yes.
Lady stuck
Yeah, we're
inside
still
dragon
dealing with
still
magic
needs help.
dragons.
Yes.
See, told you he wasn't dead yet.
Anybody else sense that weird shit?
It's what shit?
David said we sensed weird corruptive energy.
For those that have a holy affinity.
Oh, so not me then.
That's why I said since what shit?
I say,
Um,
technically, what was it? Just leave me. I'm the only holy person here.
Yeah, if you have like classes of like divine stuff. That being said,
Yeah.
for
so-
anyone with a angel item, which at this point I believe is everyone,
Yep.
your angel items will be glowing. They're not going to be activating, but they're good. But they are going to be glowing in
Even the
a.
unassuming ones.
Well, you have to be attuned to it.
So all of them except Tibbs.
Um,
I'm the only one who can feel it. Everyone else can see it.
yeah,
Apparently.
and yeah, there is a glow from them, seemingly in reaction to such as the bone's been chipped away, the like ancient corruptive energy.
Okay. Not sure what to do about that.
Yeah.
Right. Well, fire he's been proving resistant to, right?
No, actually, you haven't noticed. Prior to this transformation, you haven't noticed any kind of fire resistance.
But I recall you saying he was.
When I said prior to the transformation.
Mm-hmm.
He's shown resistance to radiant. Post-transformation, you have been noticing a resistance to seemingly all elements.
Mm-hmm.
So keep in mind, if anyone on their turn, if anyone wants to ask me a question which may require a skill roll, feel free.
Sure. I'm guessing Arcana or Religion to interpret what the fuck you were just talking about. With
What about the angel items?
yeah, and the resonance you were just talking about.
My understanding of the angel items that they're more divine in nature, so that would be religion.
Yeah, that's why I said Arcana or Religion.
Yeah.
So Religion and Proficient.
Okay. I know not all your characters are, so.
No, I can never remember with Kenshi, honestly. Because Bloodhunter has some really weird proficiencies. Not one of my die that matters. Okay.
Okay.
7, 5.
Do you have a specific question before you tell me what the number is?
I'm trying to interpret what the resonance that we are seeing
Okay. Gotcha.
means.
Okay. Good. Okay. I now have a DC. Okay. Remind me, is your background kind of steeped at all in the nature of this stuff?
His angel item is a family heirloom from the first attempt at this campaign. He is
Oh.
using the one the other guy had, so they have some knowledge. They have some knowledge of them from the idea of learning from them in the first campaign, and
Okay.
so it's like
Okay. With that in mind, then, because I was kind of remembering you had a background thing to it. Okay. With that in mind, then, you are getting the sense that this that this corruption is something that the angel items are glowing to essentially kind of counter, and that the angel items have a affinity for I want to phrase this. For negating. I'm using that term instead of damaging, because I'm trying to impart the idea that it's being more effective by way of cancel than brute force. That being said, that being said, as you've seen, this thing is vulnerable to conventional means. But the power within the angel item would have more of an affinity towards handling this kind of corruption.
okay. So that in mind, he's like, okay, fine, fuck it, angel drive. Kick in the form as his bonus action, so ignore my I think it's third attack. Ignore my fourth attack, because I have a lightning attack this round.
Okay.
And then he won't use. Let's see, it's up on the roof, right?
It's slightly higher than the roof, than the spire, because it was above the tower.
Okay. So using his angel item, I can have an 80-foot fly speed, which in theory gets me into range.
Well, it's 100 feet up.
It's 100 feet up, and
I don't know how many
and
points you
30
have
feet
left.
away, and 30 feet away. So roughly 120, 130. I use my bonus action to transform. I can't attack. I can't use stunt points to attack it until I can get close enough.
May I tell you something that I believe you already know?
Mm-hmm.
I do believe the activated angel items does have a range rating attack.
It does. Just seeing if I got anything else real quick. Nothing would help with that. Doesn't do anything. See, I could dash as a bonus action, but I'm out of bonus actions. And I'm out of action surge.
You have hero points if you need it.
Yeah, I do. Okay. Going to spend another hero point for the extra action, which says you can take an additional standard or move action this turn,
Okay.
which gets me into range. Guys, that gives me 160, which... Oh, right.
Huh.
It's blocking my movement to the other side of the dragon because there's a wall there.
Ah, you know, I can move you to the other side of the dragon.
Thank you. Well, now I'm... 1-4, please.
Oh, I didn't want to like trap you into it.
Well, I'm trapped either way, but
Okay.
again, you got, that way, if Eric can get into range, it's like, you might want to light him up.
Light them up? What do you mean by that?
Well, I mean, you see, Kenshi activate his item as he says that, so.
Oh, okay. I didn't know if I actually heard you say that.
Yeah. Well, you of all people should have heard me. You're the closest. Now all my damage is celestial fire.
You'll be slashing into this, even with your first slash and your subsequent slashes. The energy will the blue-white energy will be flickering, and as it's doing that, you'll see that your celestial fire is going through the energy as if it's following invisible veins that are linked to the tattered woman inside the chest cavity.
Mm-hmm.
You can perceive in this state that you're in that the blue-white corruptive energy is trying to siphon the life force from the woman to energize itself, but the celestial fire is preventing that process.
Aha! There's a free action to drink my not healing potion.
Okay.
Because I have a small bottle of red fluid here. I might as well.
With that, how do you
Want to end it?
How do you and
Oh, shit.
potentially the others, if you would like them to join in on this, would like to end this?
See, you thought I was going to do a kill, steal, and bastard.
I thought he'd activated another form or something. I didn't.
I will say this: you knocked it down to 4 HP.
So what he's gonna do is coming up doing his flaming Iaido. He's gonna cut the claws so it can't grip, and then falls. And as it's going down, he slices the wings
Okay.
to kind of cripple them. As he's basically sending it hurtling down towards Cribs, since Cribs been trying to keep it on the ground all day.
Okay.
Heads up.
As it is hurtling towards you, Kriv, how would you like to follow up on ending this?
I will, since I have some Naginata, since I was stabbing in the wings earlier, I am literally going to majestically swing it, the Naginata in an upward slash as if I'm doing a golf drive swing, so that as it comes towards me, I hit it for the minimum 11 damage. But I still actually have to hit it, because that be right?
I didn't quite catch that. You still have to do one now?
Do I still actually need to hit it?
Well, no, this is just a cinematic description of,
Oh, did I will just run up? As it's coming down towards me, I'll run up towards it, swinging the glaive, and and basically a large, long diagonal slash to remove the chick from the dragon,
okay.
and proceed to catch her.
You cut into the energy, releasing the woman, catching her. With the way that sounded, are you passing the buck over to Tibbs, or is that meant to be a absolute finisher as a part of this?
Oh, I'm finishing you off with that.
Okay.
Like, I'm trying to cut it in half, but in a way that I could just, as I'm cutting, grab the chick.
Okay. So you cut through completely, grab the woman as the blue-white energy, as the being continues to fall, dissipates into particles. With that,
The courts, gentlemen.
Tibbs, you will sense this. Kenshi, due to your state, you will perceive this. With the dissipation of the corruption in the particles, there is the wisps of this silver energy coming from the particulates, emanating from them, and being drawn into the flame. Tibbs, what you sense is this benevolent energy leaving the particles, while Kenshi can actually see this energy transfer take place. The silver flame suddenly erupts into the visage of a silver draconic form that is actually a bit bigger than what it would normally be. Now that the canopy at the top of the tower has been removed through the battle, as it bathes the area in silver light, and instantly there is an evaporation of energy throughout the grounds of the castle of Ardenvosholt. As it feels as if this magical scar or tear, this maligned force, is being torn asunder and evaporated. You guys will now be able to see the spirits of the paladins of the Silver Dragon without the need of the lanterns of illumination. I forgot actually what the
Lanterns are revealing.
Lanterns are revealing. As this silver light from the now draconically shaped flame bathes the area. If you have any persisting negative conditions, I'll get to your resurrection sickness as a condition in a moment. It's
I see how it is. I am singled out here.
it will be restored. So if you're like under the poison condition or the incapacitated condition, anything like that, that'll be cleansed. You can knock a day off of your resurrection sickness.
Oh, down to -2. Oh, nice.
As you are infused with a rejuvenative, purifying energy.
-2 to everything but AC and damage.
Well, I mean, now that we've gotten this, we could take the time to fix that.
Yes, 2 days, the rest of relaxation.
Well, I don't have
Mistlands.
relaxation. We're in the Mistlands, but
I know, that's why I said it jokingly. Rest and relaxation in the Mistlands of all places. Oh boy.
I mean, there's worse places to vacation.
I don't know! Cthulhu Land is pretty bad!
Well, since, we haven't actually developed anything beyond the continent of Ladrina, I don't know what the other continents are like. They could be pretty fucked up.
I'll give you that one, that's a fair point.
Because they've been intentionally left open-ended in case somebody else wants to run something in this world.
I like how the other continents are getting screwed. They didn't even get a say.
A more translucent version of this individual will appear, which you will recognize from the memory as Argenvoss Skillholt.
Now look, Dragon decides to reappear after he killed it 3 times now.
Well, I mean, he appeared before we fought him, too. This is the version we encountered in his horde.
This time,
This is the good version of him.
Yeah.
I am not a memory, but a
A dead dragon?
a echo of what part of my true self was drawn into the beacon following the dissolution of the spiritual curse that was placed upon me. I thank you, friends, for not only ridding this land and the castle of my darker self brought upon by the powers at the behest of Drakeblood, but also, and more importantly, freeing that of the enshrouded spirits of my paladins. While I can no longer devote the energy to walk among them, thanks to your efforts and the freeing of the select ones of the order that you brought with you, I have enough energy still to protect them and this land against what evils are at least in the area. You are forever with my gratitude. And if you ever walk among those of the Order of the Silver Dragon, know that they will be aware that your friends and the utmost hospitality will be extended to you. Thank you again, and I wish I could stay among you longer. With that, this visage of the original Argynvostholt like wisps away and joins the silver flame to act as a benevolent shield to the castle of Argynvostholt, and a beacon to what good remains in the lands covered in the mist. As I mentioned, the spirits no longer seem trapped. In repeating the actions of their warped memories, and are now seemingly as free as Godfrey and the commander, without the aid of your angel items purifying influences. Any short rests on these grounds will have your dice maximized.
Awesome.
Short resting or long resting?
I
Or
imagine
some-
we'd want to get out of here and get a long rest back with the Vistani. But if we want to take a
Preferably
short,
two.
I'd say. But if anybody needs a short rest just to top things off before we go,
I will go ahead and heal the. We'll go ahead and heal our NPCs.
Godfrey and the commander appear to now be at full health.
awesome.
Savit, however, still looks injured.
Okay, then I will heal him.
Yeah, they also look. Well, there is definitely a bit of translucentness to them. They look far more solid than they did before. The beacon now the silver beacon flame still maintaining the general shape of the silver draconic form. Both Godfrey and the commander will say with some awe and amazement, "Thank you. With how the battle was going, I had feared of a possibility of this not coming to pass as we had hoped."
Glad we could help.
I have to admit it is difficult to imagine not feeling the draw of the malignant scar any longer. This is very freeing.
I can imagine. And maybe we can do one better and free even more, but first we have to figure out where Castle Drakeblood is.
The commander will speak up with a bit less gothic depression in his voice. Sir, Sir Skoholt, or I guess I should now say the Dragon Patron Skoholt, had bestowed that information to me in the anticipation of the Order laying siege to Drakeblood's castle. So, as you saw clearly, that didn't come to pass. But that doesn't mean that you can't do it, not only in our stead, but for the fate of the Mistlands, which no doubt you have brought some more light to this day. It lies he'll point off in a direction.
I'll unfurl the maps we have so we can mark wherever he's pointing.
It lies 15 days of troubled travel westward, and he's actually pointing, like, not directly west, but slightly off west.
Put out the map. It's like, so here-ish?
Yes, within the Misted Mountains and the Valley of Crimson Light.
So, is 15 days enough for you to get your shit back together?
Probably.
Okay.
Should be plenty.
Do know
If
that
it's not that it's because that's where we are, and that's different. I can't fix that.
do know that troubled travel was not me being hyperbolic or dramatic. You by now have no doubt experienced the twisting and warping nature of just existing in the mists. According,
I wish I didn't, but yes.
According to Sir Skoholt, the effect could be worse the closer to Castle Drakeblood that you travel. Though, obviously, we, like so our Godfrey as uses we, more kind of in reference to the Order, had not had chance to make the travel to test it, and they're just taking it on Skoholt's wisdom that it is so.
It makes sense for what little we do know. Closer to the source and all that. Fun times.
Is there anything the Order can do to assist you?
Well, you already given us directions. That was a huge help. We're going to need to keep that gun. Looks at Tibbs questioningly, since we haven't really had a chance to look at it.
It was unveiled by the Silver Flame. I presume it is something that Lord Skoholt intended to be in your possession.
As indeed a noble way of looking at things.
So he doesn't sound 100% positive. He is just kind of supposing.
I think we're all supposing at this point. It's like, well, I mean, you seem cool with it. We want to make sure you were cool with it, but we don't know. You don't know.
Well, I know. That's the important thing.
If you are near the
Do you
fire,
really know, or are you just assuming?
Well, it did react to him,
yeah,
so
I
he
did
would
react
know.
to him.
Okay. Yeah, that's fair.
Yeah.
But I ain't giving it up, so.
Not
Not
to anyone.
Not to anyone. Yes. Ugh.
70, so what happens to that dragon if you want something?
The female Lusani is still unconscious.
I guess as the strongest person here, even under death penalties, I will carry her.
Well, before you move her, maybe have Tibbs make sure, one, she's safe to move, and see if there's anything he can do to have her move under her own power.
Well, I've been carrying her this whole time to begin with. I'm saying I'll continue to carry her.
I thought she was the one that just fell out of the dragon.
But she is the one that they cut out of the dragon
Yeah.
and helped.
Yeah, so put her down for a second, let the cleric do his thing. Just in case he actually has to get up close and personal for whatever exam he has to do to figure out what he needs to do.
I'll say she was hanging around inside of a bunch of people. Is there anything I need to do?
You can make me a medicine roll to diagnose the situation, since I believe you confirmed that medicine included diagnosis.
Yes. If you are trying to do a diagnosis, it's medicine. If you are trying to figure out what caused the wound, then it is investigation.
I still feel some kind of way about that, but it is what it is.
Well, I presume you could make the argument. It's like, okay, they say investigation, but I will allow medicine. I can find helicarrier plans.
You might be able to find again, like floor plan diagrams.
I found a couple that could stir. I'm just noting the things that I'm having an easier time finding.
Okay, you will find that while she is alive, she is in a kind of torpor. Brought on by whatever exposure that energy was. You will need you will figure that due to what's going on here, you would, for lack of a better term, prescribe a daily dose of greater restoration once a day for 3 days for her to be safely drawn out of this torporic coma-like state. It could be done faster, but that might not be safe for her physically. But she's not dead.
Mm-hmm. So essentially, I'll be carrying her for at least a couple days. It'll take for us to get back to the Vasani.
Well, the Vasani provided the show at that town. If I remember correctly, it was
Maybe a day.
It was a day on foot, half that by mount.
Yeah.
That's what I mean. I'll at least be doing that for a day.
Well, I mean, we had the wagon, so half day.
We have the wagon?
Yeah.
Yeah, they're just parked in the estate.
Yeah, we just parked outside, yeah.
That's, I just didn't recall if we actually had one, because we had to go into the Mistlands portal.
Yeah, we brought the Vardo. They brought the Vardo.
Okay.
So we can actually put her in one of the bunks in the Vardo.
Yes. That'd be so much easier, because I'm pretty sure David will be cruel enough to go, since you're carrying a person for person's wait for this long, you need to make this many rolls, and you're at disadvantage because of how long you're doing it.
So yes, please make con rolls. I mean saves. No, you're not saving against anything.
That might be how you do it. I just say take a level of exhaustion.
You're doing endurance. Well, I mean, each failed roll would impart
Yeah.
a level of exhaustion.
Well, I understand that. So the difference being is that you're giving him a save. I'm going, you can do it without rolling. You're just going to take a level of exhaustion for traveling that distance for, doing that.
Yeah.
Minor difference.
Yeah.
Oh, the minor difference is that I will have to roll multiple times for his, being multiple levels of exhaustion. I just can take one from you.
Yeah. One per.
I think I'd go with the take one.
Yeah. Just
option.
just take one per day.
Oh, so I'm having a chance to shrug it off.
Yeah. Because, remember, they assume a certain number of hours of travel. So it's like, carrying a human body for 12 to 16 hours.
True. Actually, I think it's more impressive if you have a chance to shrug it off.
Yeah.
I mean, don't get me wrong, I love both. But if I have to make multiple rules to do it, then it becomes
Tedious.
Yeah. But, either way, it's like... So, given when we got here, we might want to take a long rest somewhere nearby or here in the castle and then leave in the morning, because we'd be getting to the Vistani well after dark, probably.
Yeah.
And I believe we all agreed traveling at night through here probably not the greatest idea.
After all the times we've done it before, yes. I would like to not be horribly maimed and murdered by things. I was already been eaten by a T-Rex once. You know what? It's still not as bad as being shot full of arrows. I can at least say that.
So take a long rest here, head out in the morning. Plus 1 day to the GM refill sheet. 7 to 6.
Oh, I got nothing from Kodo on that one? Dang.
Sorry, I'm calculating XPs. What was that?
I mean, at least I don't die multiple times. And it's much better than being shot full of arrows.
Oh,
Or the myriad of other ways that Kodo has died in our
I
company.
don't think you'd be saying that if we didn't have Tibbs here with his nuzzles.
You're right, because I'd be dead, just like you.
I don't think I'd say that way.
I'm not doing anything that a couple of potions can do for you two.
No, we have both technically died. Once. No, I would say that I would not mind. Sure, I don't want to stay that way. But I'm not the one that has a common occurrence of becoming a porcupine.
Well, I mean, that is the general purpose of archers.
Yes, it is. And that's true. I just become food for beasts. That's my weakness, apparently. I still distinctly remember when you tried to eat me, Kodo. I still haven't forgiven you for that entirely.
Well, I mean, don't feel too bad. I mean, you're not untasty.
I should punch you for that.
Damn, all this XP.
Oh, 28, let's go! How many levels are we getting anyways? Was it like 3 or 2? I can't remember.
We are currently 27.
Yes, let's get to level 28. We fought a mythical creature 3 times! I killed all 3 forms.
I can
A lot of XP.
I can actually tell you a little something about that, but that you guys may or may not find funny.
It's just, yeah, it's just Draco.
Is this your note or my note?
What's that?
I'm looking at the GM control sheet. It just says +1 level on it. That's what I was trying to figure out if that was a me note or a you note.
That wasn't me.
Okay. That's the XP, 71,000? In which case, if that is how much we got, we did not level.
Come on. Just give us level, David.
We're
What's the
100,000
worst that
short.
happens?
That's a lot of XP to just skip.
But dragon wings. I just want to clarify, I am joking about it. I don't care. I don't mind it that much.
Okay, I did not factor in that. It's not gonna affect that. See, in the grand scheme, it's not gonna affect that. See. And you got the general completion bonus. Let's do the level.
Doing that new math.
Oh, like completion bonuses?
Yeah. So I got my first math, and now I'm doing my second math. Then I'll do my 11sies.
Okay, Triss, unless you're gonna have some reason why I shouldn't, I'm gonna overwrite the current,
Yeah, go for it.
current experience.
The only reason I left myself access to it is so I could do the day tracking, so you didn't have to worry about that.
Thank you, I appreciate that. Yeah, I think part of the thing is, once you get to epic levels, it becomes more and more difficult
Well, by design.
to level up. That being said, this wasn't a small amount of XP change.
Oh no, it wasn't. It was a lot of XP. It just was not enough to.
Yeah.
I want my level.
I'm gonna get rid of that +1 level though, since we both have
Sorcerers
no
like
idea what
us
the hell
have
that's
wings
about.
forever.
Yeah, I'm not sure if that's my note or your note.
Just give us that +1 level. Do it. Do it.
Nope, we are 87,000, and yeah, 87,000 short.
I'm gonna have to find another one of an epic level drink, a mythic level Dracolich again.
Well, you're not going to, because from here we go into the final.
Now, if there's battles on the way to the final, depending on how strong the battles are, maybe we'll reach X level by the time we reach the final battle.
So what you're saying is, I will try to cause us to get in fights the entire way back.
I
The entire
doubt
way
you'd
there.
run into 87,000 experience worth of creature, but
I don't know, it depends on how on level the non-final boss fights are.
oh, I'm not disputing that. That's why I said doubt, not that it was impossible.
Yeah.
It must be done. It has to happen.
It will not be denied! Roar, 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 roar.
What was that?
Angry, draconic noises.
Oh my god, David.
And say, because given that one CR30 creature is 155,000 before divided by party, that...
Well, part of it was, there was some division going on here.
Yeah, exactly.
That being said, I was dividing it by the total party, including people that weren't here.
Yeah, that's what you do.
So,
Nonsense.
if it wasn't for the rule of equal shares, maybe.
That's like, you'd have to... If based on rough estimate, you'd have to fight the equivalent of 3 Tarrasques.
Let's go fight for Dresden. Let's
Well,
go.
honestly, fighting CR30 stuff on the reg Isn't that far-fetched?
Now, that said, that does mean that my rough estimate of defeating the final boss will net you a level is probably accurate. So I do think you could get your wings as a reward for beating the final boss.
It's an epilogue bonus.
Yeah.
It makes me truly sad that it's going to have to be an epilogue bonus. It's understandable,
Yeah,
but it makes me sad.
I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I thought there might have been truly a chance for a level here, given the sheer amount of things. I didn't realize the gulf was as large as it was.
Yeah.
That being said, I believe
It's
this brought you more than halfway.
Oh, yeah, we are, again, 87,000 short, so 2/3, 3/4 of the way.
Yeah. Given we seem to be talking shop at the moment, are we wanting to consider returning to the Visani and everything, a off-screen thing, or do we want to?
Unless you are expecting encounters along the way, I figure we can go back to the return her, take another day to return her to the Vasani camp, because Eric needed 2 days anyway, so that would be the 2 days,
Yeah.
and then we can pick.
And it gives us a chance to roll the shop again and see if anything new shows
Right,
up.
say that means next session we can I can roll up the final encounter with the merchant, and we can just go straight into travel and the final dungeon.
Okay.
Right? But it also means if there's any roleplay people want to do with the Visani, you can still handle that since you were handling them.
Yeah. Does anyone want to interact more with the Visani?
I know I would in like a general sense, just like relax, hang out.
Yeah. More in a general sense is what I would say.
As I don't need to like actually literally roleplay with them. Just again getting to know the people of the land, as it were,
Okay.
and maybe get a discuss with people who may have been there. With the idea of like how bad is it where we're going.
Okay. Tib/Brian, how about you?
Sorry, not as far as we should be going.
No, for the day we're taking with the Vistani, it's like, is there anything you need to just play out doing with them, or?
Nothing to play out doing. I'm going to. Definitely gonna bottle with an angel.
Yeah, that takes a short rest.
Okay.
That takes my 3 slots. Continue my tale for the children that I was doing beforehand.
Yay! Kitty's back!
We'll regale them with the tale of Arg and Moss.
Well,
Alright, and with that, I will end the stream.